And now let's join Riders in the Sky in the bunkhouse of the famed old Triple X Ranch for the popular Riders Radio Theater feature, Letters to Ranger Doug.
Well, thank you, Texas Bix. Too Slim, would you pull a letter out of the old mailbag there for us?
Okay.
Who gets the official Saddle Pal badge this week, Slim?
Well, let's see. Our letter comes from little Marilyn Lott, who listens to us over KAWU in Yuma, Arizona. It says, Dear Ranger Doug, idol of American youth, I sure do love Too Slim's trail tips. Wow. But I haven't heard one in a long time. Could he please give one on your next show? Your loyal saddle pal, Marilyn Lott. Wow.
Well, thank you, Marilyn, for that lovely letter. Your handwriting is just beautiful. We'll be sending you a Saddle Pals badge. And Too Slim, do you have a trail tip for Marilyn?
I sure do, Ranger Doug. Trail tip number 14, always drink upstream from the herd. Well, listen to that.
Wait a minute. I can't believe. Slim, you've been using that same trail tip for the last 10 years. Don't you have another one?
Yeah. Trail tip number 15. When you get a good trail tip, stick with it.
Thank you, Slim.
Oh,
Thank you
thanks.
so much. But now that we've heard that one, what are you going to do for 16? Do you have any more?
Gee, Ranger Doug, I don't know what to do because it's so hard to think of them. I know. I'll ask all the saddle pals out there in Radio Land to help me out. Friends, I'm desperate. I need new trail tips real bad, so if you've got one, please send it to me. I'm prepared to pay handsomely.
What?
Pay? What are you going to pay them, Slim? Money?
No, better than money, Woody. T-shirts. Yes, one brand new hot off the press Riders Radio Theater T-shirt for every trail tip I get that I use over the air.
Slim, that could cost you a lot of T-shirts.
No way, Ranger Doug. I've been searching for new trail tips for 10 years, and you know how many I found? Zip, zero, nada, none, nil.
Well,
no way. I did have one. If you
Yes.
don't get it by midnight, chances are you won't get it.
I see what you mean, Slim. Texas Bix, just on the outside chance that someone listening out there will respond to Too Slim's generous offer, would you give them the address to write to now instead of at the end of the show like we usually do, where it just gets buried?
I sure will, Ranger Doug. Saddle Pals, if you've got a trail tip to send to Too Slim, or you want information on the Mercantile Riders in the Sky fan club, or just want to drop us a line, send it to Riders Radio Theater, Post Office Box 277, Whites Creek, Tennessee, 37189. And I give that at the end of every show if you missed it.
Well, thank you, Texas Bix. I've missed it.
And now back to those thrilling days of Riders Radio Theater, where it's time for the popular feature, Letters to Ranger Doug.
Oh, thank you, Texas Bix Bender, and thank you, Buckaroos and Buckarettes.
Well, that got my heart going.
Thank you, Joey. Too Slim,
Yes.
what's in our mailbag this week? I can't help but wonder if you've had any response to the request you sent out a few weeks ago for new trail tips.
Well, as you know, Ranger Doug, the only trail tip I've come up with in 10 years in Riders in the Sky is always drink upstream from the herd.
Right.
And
That's a
so
good one, though.
several weeks ago, I put out a call for more trail tips, and there's been an avalanche of Western wit and wisdom has poured through. Look at this mailbag here, Ranger Doug.
Wow.
Chock full of all the letters we've gotten.
So, Slim, do they fall into any kind of categories, say?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Ranger Doug. They seem to fall into three categories. Number one that everybody's interested in seems to be chip etiquette. There's a lot of... Our listeners are real concerned with the
Chips,
care and,
Thank you.
and chips. And then there's the beans and biscuit category, and of course the overall Western wisdom. So what do you say?
Do we have any we could read here on the air?
I think we should, and give some T-shirts away, because if we use someone's trail tip on the air, we're going to give them a T-shirt.
Good idea,
So
Slim.
Woody, you have the first one, and it's in the chip etiquette division.
Yes, I do too, Slim. The first one here is sent in by little Mike Copy out in San Francisco. It says here, when the chips are down, watch your step.
So
Not bad.
that's not bad at all.
I guess, well, maybe that one got such a good hand, maybe ought to pitch in a comb, too. What do you say?
Maybe so.
Oh, I don't know about that.
What's the next? Side meat. You going to read one?
Well, we got the beans and biscuit category
All right.
here. So I got one here. This is sent in by Ishi Mietzo in Missoula, Montana. And this one goes, being unable to milk the cook's cow is useful knowledge. Get it?
No,
Well, it's
doesn't make any sense to me.
kind of Oriental, see?
Oriental.
Yeah.
Oh, like that Confucius fella.
Right, it was Confucius to me, but now I get it. So.
Oh my goodness. I guess now I understand. I understand better the Confucius' wife. You know.
Oh, what'd she say?
She said, "When are you going to shut up?"
But what'd she say?
Right. Thank you so much, guys. Beautifully delivered. Slim, is there another category here?
There is, and it's for you, Ranger Doug. It's under overall Western wisdom. Take it away.
Well, let's see, okay. Charlie Foughton of Casper, Wyoming sends in this bit of Western wisdom. Wyoming ain't for amateurs. Thanks, Charlie.
Yeah, there you go. Charlie gets a nice shirt for that.
Yeah. Buckaroos and buckarettes, if you've got a particular hankering to send us a trail tip or just want to write us a note, why, mail call is one of our favorite times here at the ranch. Please write us. We love to hear from you. The address is Box 277, Whites Creek, Tennessee, 37189.